We are at the PRI show. I'm at the ATI booth with JC Beatty. There are a lot of products being unveiled this week. What do you guys have to offer?
Well, we have quite a few things on display this year, and we really wanted to introduce our Super Glide line of transmissions and its latest version, which is the Super Glide 4. We've had the Super Glide 3 in production and out in the field for a few years now, and any little problems or issues we've had and run life, we've worked all those out. We've added some new innovative products inside the transmission, and it's now the Super Glide 4, which we're sending out for 3,000 plus horsepower and up to 100 runs. And of course, it comes with our warranty, and we have a lot of service and support behind it.
What exactly did you guys change in that to make a difference in the previous?
Going from the 3 to the 4, having the 3 in real-world situations for over 2 full seasons, any failure points or weak links, which there really weren't many, we were able to take those, analyze them, fix them, and come out with the 4 to totally eliminate that. That's why we can go 100 runs without seeing this unit behind a 3,000 horsepower car and feel totally comfortable with a 5-year warranty. Now, this Super Glide 4 unit is also available for an outright purchase. You can buy it, comes with one converter or a second optional converter if you want to get it, and it's yours, still covered by our warranty.
We've also heard there's been some problems with the high horsepower turbo cars running automatics having problems with the thrust bearing.
Yeah, it's been a little bit of an outcry in the industry for that, and it's the last couple seasons everybody's been trying to figure out what to do. So at ATI, we've been working on it for about a year now, and we just unveiled it here at PRI. We have our converter stop system, and what it is a positive lock that the converter cannot push against your thrust bearing in the motor. We have rollers mounted on a ring with a small mid plate that goes between the block and the transmission. The converter has a ring welded on it that ends up, when the converter tries to push back against the crank, these rollers, we have 10,000 RPM bearings that will hit the positive stop and not allow it to push against the motor, which will totally eliminate any thrust bearing problems that could arise from the torque converter pushing against it.
Since you guys are fixing all the problems in racing, there is a problem with heat for drag racing. Do you have anything for that?
Yeah, that's always been an issue with the transmissions, and for the Power Glide, we have our super cooling system. Now, as racers know, when you stop your car, you're no longer pumping fluid through the transmission, through the torque converter, and you have a lot of hot fluid, sometimes boiling fluid, in the torque converter. Then you have all this heat in the transmission causing issues, causing parts to swell and shrink all the time. So what we have is a small electric motor and a pump that will pump all of the transmission fluid from the pan through the torque converter, out of your torque converter, through your cooler, which you can have a fan running on it, and then back into the pan. We've had reports of cooling transmissions from 270 degrees back to 100 in 30 minutes. So we have a couple different feats here that we can do. A, we can preserve transmission and torque converter life for the high horsepower guys, or if you had to change something between rounds, you can drain all your transmission fluid, you can refill it, and you can do all this without ever taking the pan off. If you have to change a torque converter, you can get all the hot fluid out and have cooler fluid in it to make it easier to work on.
Where do you get the information to make those changes?
Well, you know, we can't do everything sitting in a shop behind a computer, so our drag racers and their feedback, we take a lot of that to heart, whether it's bad or good. And one of our guys is Chris Reaney, and he's right here, and he can tell you about that.
Yeah, we test on all the new products. We run pretty much everything that they make or everything that they're looking to change, design changes, improvements. We put it out there in a real race environment. We have a 2,500-pound nitrous-assisted car that runs 630s, 220 miles an hour. And, you know, we go run after run and we see what works, what doesn't work, what we need to improve on, what we don't need to improve on, what's been good. We've been running the Super Glides for 3 years now. We run the Super Glide 3 as of now. We'll have to see next year we'll be running the 4. And, I mean, they've been tried and true. I mean, we've run 7 races this year. You know, every time I let go of that button and the car goes 60 feet in less than 1 second at 3 Gs plus, I mean, you know it's a good product. You know it's reliable. We run in a heads-up forum, and our car is so consistent that we could pretty much bracket race it. We could run within our number every pass all day long. We put about 75 to 100 runs on our transmissions, and we take them out just because they want to see what's going on, what they need to improve on, what they don't need to improve on, or just how everything's wearing. And I mean, it's been an unbelievable unit, and reliability wins races.
If you want to learn more, go to atiracing.com.